Welcome back. Though Goa government could succeed in getting a presidential assent for Goa Lokayukta bill, the journey hasn't ended yet. The bill has to travel through many more state departments once it is received by the Goa governor. The process of appointing Lokayukta will formally begin only after the formation and notification of Goa Lokayukta rules. Watch this report.
Goa government has succeeded in getting President's assent for the pending Lokayukta 2011 bill. But journey doesn't end here. The bill has to move and get approval from many more departments in the state once it is received by the state government. Here is the procedure. Bill from President's office will be sent to the Union Home Ministry's office. Union Home Ministry will then send it to the Goa Governor. Goa Governor will send it to Law Department of the state. Law Department will publish the Gazette. Law Department will then send it to the Vigilance Department. Vigilance Department will frame rules and send it back to the Law Department. Law Department will vet the frame rules and send it back to the Vigilance Department. Vigilance Department will publish the frame rules. Lokayuk Selection Committee consisting of CM, opposition leader and others will decide on an appointment of Lokayuk. Committee will then consult the Registrar General of Bombay High Court. Bombay High Court will decide on the appointment of retired senior judge as Lokayukt. Looking at the procedure of appointment of Lokayukt, it seems that the bill has lot more to travel. It would be interesting to see whether CM can appoint Lokayukt in the stipulated time frame of 100 days. Our reporter from Panji, Laukik Shilkar.
I would be the most happiest person if Daboli Airport is handed over to the Airports Authority of India by the Navy. This was CM Parrikkar's statement while inspecting the new terminal building at the Daboli Airport. He said that the terminal will be commissioned by December. He also said that 500 crore expansion project will give one of the world-class airports to the state.
Airport as it is, lock, stock, barrel to Airport Authority. I will be very happy. I don't have to go through the acquisition or all those. I don't have to go through this disputed aspect. I am very happy, and I will go with anyone who supports me in that viewpoint.
Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar, Murgaon MLA Milind Naik, Airport Director M.N. Rao, Chief Secretary Sanjay Srivastav, South Goa Collector N.D. Agarwal and other government officials inspected the new terminal building at Daboli Airport. Goa government has contributed 100 crore rupees to the expansion project.
Current expansion will ensure Daboli as a utility for next 10-15 years without much problem. The expansion includes 400 crores in terms of capital cost and maybe another 50 for other services. Maybe another 50 to 100 crores for Government of Goa because of approach roads and other things. So it's a 500 crores project. And that project is considered as one of the most profitable projects.
Meanwhile, Congress spokesperson Jitendra Deshprabhu has blamed Parrikar of violating code of conduct for making an announcement on Daboli Airport while accompanying Alina when she was filing her nomination for the Kortali by-poll.
This was said when the nomination was being filed. After the nomination was filed, in a public statement, the Chief Minister talked about Daboli Mill. The Congress deplores that this is an act of violating the code of conduct for elections. Tondi takrar kela. I personally spoke to the Deputy Election Commission in Panji. आता ताचेर कितें तो ते एक्शन घेतात सो मोठो एक्शन घेवपा जाय आशिल्लें आमी तांकां कळयल्लें आसा त्या प्रमाणे तांणी एक्शन घेवंक जाय.
Our reporter from Daboli Surendra Madkekar and from Panji Laukik Shilkar with video journalist Tulsidas Chari.
BSNL telephony service in rural areas seems disrupted and there is nobody to attend an aggrieved customer's call. People from Kankon claim that telephone connections are faulty. Despite several complaints, there has been no response or redressal of the complaints by BSNL authorities. Consumers also say there are cross connections and the telephone lines are dead most of the times.
The highly talked about Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited telephonic connections in the rural areas are left unattended. In an area like Kankon, roadside lanes are dug to lay BSNL cables, but works are never complete and left halfway. People complain of faulty connections. Services get disrupted within a day or two even after the repairs. interruptions are frequent.
रातचो बिचो अकस्मात डेड जाता आनी आतां अशें जाल्यार पावसान तर सामकें सदांच डेड आसतात. हांवें म्हाका दिसता फाटले 3 दीस रेगुलर जे BSNLचे लोक आमचे थंय येवन फोन दुरुस्त केल्यात. सकाळीं दुरुस्त केल्यार सांजचे आमकां फोन कनेक्शन उरनाशिल्लें. इतल्यानी म्हाका लास्ट फ्रायडे तांणी फोन कनेक्शन दुरुस्त केलें तें संडे बंद पडिल्लें.
Sudha Paikir, a resident of Kankon, informed that she had lodged several complaints since then, but disruptions and problems remain unsolved as yet.
पुराय केबल दुरुस्त करची पडटली आनी खूब डिफेक्ट आसा जे आपूण सांगूंक शकना अशेंय ताणें म्हाका सांगलें. भितरली इंटरनल गोश्टी आपूण सांगूंक शकना म्हणून. म्हाका दिसता कितें एक वेळार टेंडर काडून पयलीं कोणें खाल्ले आसपाक शकता.
A reporter in Kankon, Babesh Borkar.
The Indian Council of World Affairs will hold a conference on decolonization, development and diaspora, the Afro-India experience. The conference will be held from June 3rd to 5th at the International Center. Academicians and leaders from India, Goa as well as African countries will be attending the event. Adila Gaitonde, widow of eminent freedom fighter Dr. Purnali Gaitonde, will be one of the participants for the conference.
I also thought that we should have an international conference because the problems of India that we are facing now after independence are similar to problems of other countries who were under colonial rule. So therefore, it was thought I thought that we should have a conference, international conference, to celebrate our freedom and also to identify the challenges that we face at this point of time in the post-colonial era. Challenges which are similar in many ways to other former colonies, to exchange views and experience on this.
Falero also informed that HRD Ministry has agreed to hold the Purushottam Kakodkar Memorial Lecture annually.
My meeting with the Human Resource Development Minister, Mr. Kapil Sibal, last week in Delhi, the minister informed me that he has agreed to my request to have an annual Purushottam Kakodkar Memorial Lecture on Gandhian principles and philosophy every year here in Goa. And now he informed me that he had instructed the University Grants Commission or the UGC to sponsor this lecture. This has been agreed and the lecture will be held every year at the Goa University.
Our reporter Jason Suarez with video journalist Sushant Pad.
News from sports after a short break. Stay tuned.